the young and the restless spoilers. The unraveling, a custody battle turned upside down. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation as Kyle Abbott and Summer Newman prepared for the upcoming custody hearing. Both exuded an air of confidence, each believing that they held the stronger case to secure guardianship of young Harrison. However, beneath their confident exteriors, the tension was palpable. For Harrison, the proceedings were nothing short of a nightmare. He felt like a pawn in a bitter game, his wishes disregarded as the adults around him vied for control over his life. More than anything, Harrison longed to escape the clutches of this never-ending battle and find some semblance of normalcy. Kyle was determined to see the hearing through quickly. He was certain of his victory and wanted to spare Harrison any additional stress. His confidence stemmed from a belief in his unassailable position as Harrison's father and his capability to provide a stable, loving home. Summer, on the other hand, had meticulously gathered evidence and built her case, equally confident that she could demonstrate her ability to be the better guardian. As the hearing commenced, the judge's demeanor was calm and methodical, belying the storm about to be unleashed. Kyle and Summer each presented their arguments with fervor, their lawyers sparring over every point. Harrison sat quietly, his young face etched with weariness and a sense of helplessness. Then came the moment that would shatter the carefully constructed arguments of both parties. The judge, having listened patiently, cleared his throat and addressed the court. "There is a matter that needs to be addressed before we proceed further," he began. A DNA test was conducted as part of this hearing. The results are in, and they have significant implications for this case. Kyle's heart skipped a beat. He glanced at Summer, whose confident expression faltered slightly. The judge continued, "The DNA test reveals that Kyle Abbott is not the biological father of Harrison, and, as a result, Summer Newman is not his biological mother." The courtroom erupted in gasps and murmurs. Kyle was stunned. He felt as though the ground had shifted beneath his feet. The revelation was a blow he had never anticipated. For a moment, he struggled to process the information, his mind racing through the implications. This child, whom he had loved and cared for, was not biologically his. Summer, equally shocked, felt her confidence crumble. The revelation put them both on equal footing, nullifying any biological claim either of them might have had over Harrison. The judge explained further, "Given the significance of this finding, and to ensure fairness in this hearing, I had ordered the collection of DNA samples in secret. This was done due to certain irregularities and suspicions that were raised during the preliminary stages of this case." Kyle's thoughts were in turmoil. How could this be? How could he not have known? And more importantly, what did this mean for Harrison? Despite the shocking revelation, one thing remained unchanged, his love for the boy he had raised as his own. Kyle's lawyer requested a recess to discuss the new development. In the brief pause, Kyle found himself grappling with a torrent of emotions. He still loved Harrison deeply, but the revelation had thrown his plans and his certainty into disarray. As the hearing resumed, the judge offered Kyle and Summer an opportunity to speak. Kyle stood, his voice steady despite the turmoil within. "Your Honor, despite this revelation, Harrison has been my son in every meaningful way. I've been there for him, cared for him, and loved him. This doesn't change how I feel about him or my desire to be a part of his life." Summer, taking her turn, echoed Kyle's sentiment. "Harrison might not be our biological child, but we both love him dearly. We want what's best for him, and that hasn't changed." The judge nodded thoughtfully. "The court recognizes the bond you both share with Harrison. However, given the new circumstances, we must consider what is truly in the best interest of the child." Harrison, sitting in the courtroom, felt a flicker of hope. Perhaps now the adults would focus less on their own battles and more on what he needed. The judge decided to appoint a child advocate to assess Harrison's situation more thoroughly. This advocate would evaluate Harrison's needs and desires, providing a recommendation to the court that prioritized the boy's well-being above all else. Kyle, though still reeling from the revelation, felt a renewed sense of determination. He would fight not out of a sense of ownership but out of genuine love and concern for Harrison's future. He realized that winning wasn't about proving himself better than Summer but about ensuring that Harrison felt safe, loved, and supported.